Hi, I'm Heidi Edwards, president and founder of Sisters Hope Foundation. I am so excited to be able to tell you all about our Run and Roll Raleigh. If you were not able to attend the event, you missed out on a lot of fun. About 2 years ago, we started talking about hosting an in-person event, and it's a lot of work for a small nonprofit and it's expensive. So it took some time until I felt prepared to host an in-person event. This year seemed like the perfect opportunity. We had a connection with Fujifilm in Raleigh, North Carolina. We have a patient and his family that live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we had some extra funding available. So I wanted to make it happen. I needed to get out and spread more awareness for ALSP. So 6 months before our race, we started the planning process. I had no idea what I was doing. I've never planned a 5K. I've run in many of them, but I was never a volunteer or a planner of the event. I do need to tell you how exciting this event was. Not only did I get to enjoy it with my best friend from kindergarten, Tara, who's also a board member, my niece and nephew who lost their mom to ALSP. They flew in for this event, which was so special for me to be able to spend time with my niece and nephew. Vigil Neuroscience sent a team of over 10 employees to Raleigh to join us, and they came to the event dressed in their Vigil gear and pink and purple tutus, which was so special. This was a rock and roll themed event. As you can see, our first time not being pink and purple. So we enjoyed these awesome guitar shirts with their brain guitars. Who else has a brain guitar? ALSP has a brain guitar now. And we had these amazing medals made. The brain guitar, you'll see here, these are special for Raleigh 2023. And everyone who attended the in-person event was able to receive one of these medals and a t-shirt at the event. And some of our virtual participants also will receive them in the mail. So if you're interested in a medal, please just drop us a note, send us an email, connect with us. We have plenty of extra medals, and I want to make sure whoever didn't receive one does receive one. But let me just tell you how cool this event really did turn out to be. We are on a mission to raise awareness and educate people on the devastation of ALSP. But for just a short period of time, we were able to forget that we are fighting a battle. We are fighting for those who we've lost to ALSP, who are living with ALSP, and those who still need to be tested to find out if they carry this mutation. For that moment, we started running this 3.1 miles, and it was a beautiful morning. A storm had rolled in the night before. Which made it really, it was a really hot day on Friday before the race. But the storm rolled in and cooled it down a little bit. Saturday morning, we woke up, it was only 72 degrees at 6 a.m. Gorgeous temperature, considering the day before it was 101. It was cloudy, but a little sunny at times. And we started this race at 8:30 a.m. thinking we were going to have a gorgeous event with no rain. They were not calling for rain until much later. So we start running. We're having a great time. I have my selfie stick. I'm taking videos. I'm taking pictures. I am running with my niece and nephew, who I absolutely adore. And we're running, walking, having a good time, talking. We get to about the 1.4 mile marker, and these storms don't look good. They're starting to come in fast and furious. Not like storms in Pennsylvania. We saw this storm coming, and it moved so quickly, we did not have time to prepare. We get to the 1.5 mile. The 1.6 miles is around where it actually started hitting us. It started raining on us, and we're like, are you kidding me? Like, we are on a trail that is not easy to get to by vehicle. So you go through a neighborhood and go to a trailhead, and you go to this paved trail and you run a little while. Then you come to the end of the trailhead, to the next neighborhood, and have to turn and go to the trailhead and run a little bit more. So a vehicle would have to be able to find you at the trailhead, which is not real easy. So when the storm came, we had no choice but to run to the finish line because people couldn't get to us. So we see the storm coming. It's starting to get really dark. And I'm thinking, this black cloud that follows my life is now following me to Raleigh. Are you kidding me? There's no way it's going to hit. There's no way we're not going to finish this race before the rain comes. Well, I was wrong. This black cloud followed me to Raleigh. It started storming. It was lightning and thundering all around us. We are on a course that is surrounded by trees. There are electrical wires. I was scared. I will tell you, the wind starts whipping. The trees start cracking as if you can hear them coming down. My nephew, he's 15, he says, let's take cover over here under a tree. We stand there for a moment. I say, we cannot take cover under a tree. The lightning is coming down all around us. We need to keep running. I'm looking for shelter, but there's really nowhere for us to shelter, and we just have to get back. The pictures from the beginning of the race until the end are so dramatic. Beautiful start to a race. The end, we are drenched. We are soaking wet. There's nowhere to hide your phone because everything is soaking wet. So we're laughing, we're having fun. Our shoes they're heavy from all the rain. So we finally get to the finish line and our phones are dinging with these weather alerts. There's flash floods. And the whole time I'm still worried because there's people behind me on this course and we have to be able to get them back safely. But one of the best pictures was my niece, nephew, and I crossing the finish line. And you can see the excitement for seeing the finish line and getting to the building, but the excitement on our faces too, because we really did have a great time. And one thing that people said to me as we entered the building then to take cover and dry off with paper towels was, this race will be something everyone talks about. We had such a great time. It doesn't matter that it was raining. It was a lot of fun. The after party had to be canceled. We took the food from the food trucks back to the hotel where most of us were staying, and we just relocated the after party. There was nothing that we could do. The rain did not stop for hours. And when it did stop long enough for us to clean up a few extra items, it started raining on us as we were cleaning those items up. So it's okay. We went back to the hotel. We hung out. We had a good time. And we had a successful race. Thanks to everyone who supports Sisters Hope Foundation and the ALSP community.